everybody, welcome to the newest edition of Braniel Below the Surface, and today we've got Neil Curran in the hot seat. He is the one who is always interviewing everybody else, so today we're going to be interviewing him and find out exactly who he is and what he's doing here.
Feels weird being on this side. Kind of feel like I'm
You're
on the wrong
missing
side.
something.
I've been forced into this. Claire's been torturing me for ages to do this, so.
Well, we need to know who Neil is. You're asking everybody who they are, so tell us a little bit about yourself. Who is Neil Curran?
Who is Neil Curran? I am 35. I got told the other day that I have racing stripes, grey racing stripes by my brother-in-law. So it means I'm getting old. I'm married to Elaine. We have a 4-year-old called Sam. What am I about me? I like darts, as you know, as I play a lot of darts with your husband, and others, and as well as working for the church, I also work in radio, which is a bit of an interesting fact. People may not know that. You may have heard me on some adverts on the radio and stuff, but
if you haven't heard him yet, as soon as
you'll hear it now. You'll hear it now. I sound much more excited on the radio than I do in everyday conversation. But
I don't know.
Yeah.
And tell us a bit about life growing up in your teenage years.
Oh wow. So growing up, always went to Sunday school and stuff. Mum brought us out to the Church of Ireland church all the time in Sunday school. Class, like childhood was class. Like played a lot of football growing up. Wasn't really much good to begin with. Sort of was one of those players that was sort of a sub all time. Always one of those years, those awards you got at the end of the year, things where it was like, it wasn't for necessarily playing well, but it was like clubman trophies. It was like the ones that was always like, did a good job of lifting the cones and all that sort of stuff. And then as I got older, I ended up actually becoming reasonably good. So the teenage years were spent playing a lot of football. Because of football, I ended up not going to church as much, which was interesting. And the Sunday school all stopped when I got older. Just before I stopped going to church, I had gone through confirmation in the Church of Ireland. But then I just fell away from all that, and my main focus in life was football. And then when I got to sort of 17, 18, my main focus was socialising, like big lad for the nights out. I actually remember one stage, 14 nights in a row of being out. No, I wasn't. No, the thing was, I'll tell you, I was never like a big drinker or anything. I just loved the socialising aspect of it all.
Like, did you come home in between?
Oh no, I did come home. No, yeah. I was
quick
every
shower
night.
out again.
Yeah.
Right, okay.
But it was a social aspect of things. Like I said, I was never a big heavy drinker or anything. So late teenage years were consumed by that and football. So I was doing really well in the football, and then I had a really bad injury, which was pretty rough. I actually remember that night. It was interesting. It was one of those days. It was like the summer, but it had been raining, and it was a bad tackle. But it was funny because I remember the initial pain of it really, really hurting. But what was worse was that everyone who was watching from the sideline decided to bring a coat and put it on me to keep me warm. Oh. But it was the summer, and because it had been raining, there was like 20 coats on me. And I'll never forget this, 20 coats on me, and the water that was underneath me was like obviously heating up. And I come out, and when they took the coats off and the ambulance came, I was absolutely soaking, and it wasn't sweat, it was just pure like condensation. That's sticky. But yeah, so football got knocked in the head. I had to have a couple of operations and stuff. Football got knocked in the head.
Right, okay,
It's pretty bad.
I can understand then why you knocked it in the head.
So that was teenage years, and then football, and then met Elaine, and then things changed for the better.
Well, I was going to ask then next, when did your Christian journey start, and was it easy?
Ooh, that's a good question. So I suppose I would say, as I say, I went to Sunday school and stuff, and I went through my confirmation classes, and I would say that I always believed up here. But that idea of, I would probably say I might have had religious thinking, if that makes sense. But actually, it was only maybe in 2013-ish, 2012, 2013, where I started to move down here. Started to realise that there was a bit more to this Christianity thing than just turning up on a Sunday morning and singing the songs and listening to what the person at the front said and waltzing yourself out the door home, and forgetting about it until the following Sunday.
Was that because we come into church with Elaine then that sent you on that journey, or
So she obviously had asked me to come along to church, and it was interesting because the church I grew up in is nothing like the church here. So it was here I came, which is interesting as well. What I expected of church from previous experience and what I got here was very, very different. Like I could see automatically there's something different about this lot, like what's going on. It was funny. I remember Tommy McCormick. Many people will know Tommy McCormick. But I remember the first week. It was my very first week, and he said to me, "Remember, you used to do the old offering plates, going around to collect the offering." And he went, "You're like, fella, I have a job for you here." And there's me, my first week, going around collecting the offering, straight in the deep end, 2 feet, giving me a job to do, which is fine. It was good, and I automatically felt comfortable. But I knew there was something there, and as time went on, I wouldn't say there was a specific moment.
Yeah.
Which I actually think is quite good for people to hear, because I think people think you have to have that.
Like bulb moment. Thing, but
yeah. Not everybody has it that way, and sometimes it's a bit of a journey and stuff. Yeah.
Yeah.
So it was a steady journey. You said, has it been easy? No. And it's been mentioned on previous podcasts as well. I think people think that when you become a Christian, everything becomes rosy. But I also remember someone saying that as soon as you become a Christian, you have a target on your back for the devil, and things tend to go wrong. And I have had situations and stuff over the time where definitely you can see the enemy at work trying to sort of cause havoc. But it's hard, but it's nice. You can sort of know that God's always there, and even in the midst of the bad times, he doesn't disappear, you know. And actually you can find yourself that actually when bad things go wrong, sometimes friends can disappear, sometimes even in some people's situations family can disappear, or circumstances change, but God doesn't. And that's nice. It's a nice solid rock to build your life on, so it's
100%.
much better that way.
That's good. And the next question was, what first drew you to ministry, and how did you know it was what you were called to do?
Oh, that's an interesting question. So I'll maybe explain. So my role is pioneer mission leader, and people always go, "What's that?" I don't know. Is the answer? I don't know what it is. I suppose it is. The church giving permission for me and what I feel led into to try and do things with the church family, to try and do things a little bit differently, to connect with the context in which we're in Braniel here. So it was funny, I was asked the question a few years ago, you know, how do I see my role? And I think actually the word is probably facilitator of, you know, I don't want it to be a me thing, hence why I may not want to do this podcast. Because I don't want it to be seen as, you know, you think of previously in church, people always see the minister.
Yeah.
And I'm not a minister. And I don't want to be a minister. I want to be part of the team. And okay, we all have, you know, it's funny, we're doing a series at the minute in church on gifts.
Yes.
And my gift is different from your gift, but actually they're no less important. But the reason I wanted to go into this pioneer that direction, for purely frustration. I know that sounds funny, but actually frustration is the reason, because I really felt that traditional church was not connecting with people. And I thought there's bound to be another way we can do this. So yeah, that's why I wanted to go that way, and like I love it.
Yeah. Well, I personally think you're doing a great job, and
thanks.
Some other people have said so too. So
Thanks.
Brilliant. That's good. And what has been one of the most difficult moments in your pioneering journey? I don't know why I find that difficult to say.
It is. It's a hard one to do though. It's just as when you have your teeth in. So difficult moments. Do you know what? It's interesting because in pioneering you have different sort of. It can look differently in different places. Like some people, for them, it looks like planting something new. For us, it's changing existing to something fresh and new. And I suppose the only real difficulty that I find is, and to be fair, 99.999% of people have come with us, which is class. You know, we have had a few people who have felt, no, actually, I like the traditional way of doing things, and they've went away, and that's fine. Most people come with us, but there's a little bit of frustrations with people maybe not seeing the bigger picture. So does that, maybe I'll go with that anyway. That actually they think that there's only one way you can do church.
Yeah.
And actually what we're trying to do is actually, well, how does the Bible say church has to be? And start using that as our starting point. So yeah, that's the only slight difficulty I've seen, is maybe people not completely getting it. But actually, to then put a positive on that is, although people still maybe don't get it, they're still here.
Yeah.
And they're still, it hasn't put them off, and they're not ditching. So it's almost as if I don't get it, but I'm willing to go with it, which is lovely.
And give it a go. Yeah.
Exactly, which is lovely.
Yeah, it has been good positive changes, but I know I haven't been here from the very beginning, so but yeah, it's good. That's good.
Hope so.
My next question for you is, where do you see God moving in the church right now?
That is a good question. Oh, do you know what? There's so many opportunities. I really hope perception of church is changing, and I get a sense that is. I would love that people, when they see the church here in Braniel, don't go, they don't assume that it's like the songs of praise you see on a Sunday and that's it. Like, it's so much different. We are really trying to build a family environment where we look after each other, we support each other, we laugh with each other, we joy with each other, we eat with each other, we love food, but
cry with each other.
100%. Pray with each other.
Yeah.
Encourage each other. Like, who doesn't want that? I just see, you start to see little shoots where some of the relationships that are being built is amazing. And actually, it's not with the intention of getting people to church on a Sunday morning. It's just with the intention of loving people the way Jesus would love them. And hopefully they get a sense of that, and then are like, the same way I was when I came here, and go, there's something in that.
Yeah.
And start asking questions.
Yeah.
And then we can hopefully start giving them some answers. But yeah, I'm definitely seeing God moving. Like, I love some of the relationship stuff is definitely for me is been really, really good.
Yeah, that's good. Sorry, what is your vision for Braniel Church in the future?
Oh, Claire, you're hitting me with a big one today. Flip me. Did I question people this tough?
I don't know, I think so.
What is my vision for Braniel Church? Do you know what? I would just love if the people of the Braniel and the surrounding areas would feel comfortable enough to dip their toes in the water and actually see that, like, church is not about a Sunday morning. We can think that is the culture that we've lived in has dictated that everything around church centres on a Sunday morning. Yes, that is an important part. The time we come together to worship God is really, really important. But actually, it's just important when we, sit and have food, or like last night we had a great wee workshop thing going on, and we had buns and we had the crack, and like, that's as much church as what a Sunday morning is. And when the youth and children's organisations are meeting, it's church. And when the hub's on a Tuesday morning or a Thursday night, it's like, that's church as well. And I would love for perceptions to change, and the people, if you look at the world we live in now, like, what are the big problems of the world? Purpose, identity, mental health, physical health, isolation, loneliness. Like, church deals with all that. You know what I mean? Like, God deals with all that. And I think people have this perception of, it's back to this religious thinking of, well, you just go to church and then it's like following a load of rules. It's like, you're missing out on so much by thinking that's what it is. Connect in, grab a Bible, come rap the door and ask for a Bible. Like, send us a message and ask us for a Bible, we'll get you one. Read it and actually discover who Jesus is, what he teaches, what he says, and you'll see that, like, you'll change your life.
Or come along to Bible study.
Well, you can do that too, or you can come on a Sunday morning, whatever. Connect in with something.
Pressure.
There's no pressure. But yeah, like, just give Jesus a chance. You know what I mean? And that's what I see God is moving in that way, and that's my vision, is that people would give Jesus a chance.
Yeah.
How's that? That do?
Yes. I think just come along, no pressure, and see what it's all about.
Yeah.
I have literally 2 more questions.
That's all right.
So, have you any advice for anyone that is thinking of coming to church but is on the fence, such as coming along some week? Or,
Yeah, just come to church. Like, it's not scary. Like, you'll get a tremendous welcome at whatever you come to. You'll get the experience family like you've never experienced family before. If you've had a bad experience at church, and we'll look down the camera with this, if you've had a bad experience at church, do not judge Jesus on your bad experience of a church. Come and see that it's more than that, and we're trying to be a little bit different. Like, you don't have to come with your 3-piece suit on, you know, and you don't have to come in your fancy dress. You just gotta come as you are, and I literally mean come as you are. Like, if you want to show up in tracky bottoms, no one's gonna look at you. You know,
or if you want to wear your suit,
whatever you can, whatever you feel comfortable in. You know, that's what it's all about. It's literally come as you are, and just connect in and just come and get a coffee. Like, we actually, one of the things that's really class as well is we always have we've a little cafe space at the back, and if you actually don't feel comfortable coming in and sitting in rows and doing all that crack, which isn't always the case, we do sometimes do some creative services with like breakfast and stuff. But you know, on a normal week, there's a space at the back with a kids play area and a cafe where you can literally have a cup of coffee. We put the service on the screen. If you're sort of not quite comfortable with that bit, you know, with the coming into the main sanctuary space, you can even sit in there and just test the waters out. One of the other things I would say as well, big issue sometimes, is parents that, you know, we know at the minute there's a lot of kids with ASD and ADHD and stuff, and that can put parents off coming out because they don't know what the space is going to be like. We have a sensory room here, which is class as well, and again we can put the string the service down there as well. If you need a space that is more suitable for your family's needs and stuff as well. We're trying to be as inclusive as we can on that front, and just create spaces. There's quiet spaces around the place as well. So just come and try it out. Just come and connect in.
Brilliant. And then I think the last thing is there anything that you would like us to pray for?
I think just what we spoke about, just that people would give Jesus a chance. Not even give, you know, I think, I don't want to get too biblical here because I know people are going to be watching this and be like, where is both of them? But actually, you know, it is not our job to build the church. That's Jesus' job. Jesus will do that. Our job is to love people, and I would just pray that people would give us the opportunity to love them and support them and look after them. I remember a few years ago we were doing a door-to-door thing with Crown Jesus, and I remember chatting to someone on the door, and I'll not give names or anything else like that, but I remember them saying, no, church, not interested, you know. And I sort of was like, okay. And I just said, listen, I appreciate that you have obviously had a bad experience with church before, but if you ever need support on anything, we're here. Even though you're saying no to me now, just hold that thought in the back of your head that when anything happens that you need help, we're always here. And I think the person has connected them with things since.
That's brilliant.
Which is class. So yeah, I think I can't even remember what the question was now.
Just if there's anything.
Oh, the pray for, yeah, just pray. Yeah, pray that people will give us a chance. They'll give Jesus a chance. I just connect in like it's class. Like I'm gonna put it back onto you now. Like you've been here, you've been connected in now with what we're doing since 2020. Like,
yeah, it was all the online banter actually, because it just finished Christianity Explored and then all the online banter here. Whenever, it's hard to explain, but then that's what sort of drew me to here, and then I got that sense of belonging, and I love it. It is like big family too. So
you've heard it from her and you've heard it from me. So connect in. Just come on, you know. Even if the whole idea of a worship gathering is a bit scary for you, you know, with Men's Youth Club, Women's Youth Club. In fact, Women's Youth Club, as we're recording this, is on tonight. And
yes.
Pizza Co are bringing pizza.
I know, Pizza Co are class. I have as well looked after.
You do. So connect them with something.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Well, we'll pray.
Yeah. Do you want me to pray? All right.
No,
Do you want to?
No, it's okay.
All right. No, it's fine. I'm happy to pray. If you want to pray, you can pray. Do you want to? Go on, you pray. Go on.
Okay, Father, thank you so much for today giving us the opportunity to get Neil in the hot seat after so long. We just pray that the people in the area, even if they're further afield, but they want to connect in with us, just to drop in and any time, and there'll always be a warm welcome here. Just pray that people feel your love around them and you're with us all. Amen.
Amen. Awesome. You did a great job being me.
I don't know.
I like to take over. Brilliant.
No, I think you can have your job back again, but you definitely needed that today, just to let people know who you are.
Well, thank you.
All right. Well, thank you so much, and Neil will be back with you again next time. I'll be kicked to the side.
You never know.
Thank you.